All right, and we're back. Hi, it's Connor again. Um, Excited to dig back into this. Last time we left off with a pretty good idea of what the game would feel like. We got the character moving around, sliding around. I guess we'll just play from where we last were. Oh, I moved the camera, didn't I? Did I? Did I move the camera? No, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. So we ended up like this. Nice little block out concept. You get to push it around. And I had the idea in the interim that it would be cool, and opposed to just kicking the puck around, if the characters actually had like a big hockey stick they used, and then you awkwardly had to swing the hockey stick around. So I was going to block that out really quick, and then I think today is mostly going to be a asset creation kind of like level design stream. I'm going to go into actually kind of blocking out a more final version of the goals and the rink and stuff. I think it's going to look really cool. At first, I thought it should look like kind of ice, like there's ice with paint beneath the ice and kind of that like foggy color of, paint and scratches and stuff beneath ice. But then I thought actually this would be better if it actually looked like a like large air hockey table. So it's like plastic with scratches and like kind of scratched off paint and the little holes with air coming out. So I think we're going to move in that direction. But first, I think we have to just kind of solve a fun look for the walls and the goals, and then kind of think about the environment a little bit. But I had a meeting with the rest of the team, and they actually like the idea of the circular stage more than the rectangular stage because, and our developer made a good point, since it always like shoots the puck into the center, uh, it's nice that because with the rectangular stage, there will be instances where it gets stuck in the corner and people are kind of fighting in the corners, which isn't as fun as just people kind of bouncing around like this. So, and the puck always kind of like shooting to the center, which means you're kind of always chasing it, and it lines it up for to be like in the center for like a shot often. It's like kind of less predictable, but always like is kind of shooting into the area you want it to be. So, I think the circle's a good shape. Plus, we can do that thing I was talking about before, where we might want to like switch things up and have the goals rotate as you're playing the minigame. We also talked about doing an ability that lets you knock players out for maybe like 3 to 4 seconds, something like that. We have a nice stun ability, but we thought it'd be cool if you could like actually knock players out, and so you could change the kind of weight of the game a little bit. It's like, oh, you knock one of the enemy players out. Now it's like 2v1 for a short amount of time, so you have to act and capitalize on that temporary gain. Which I think will be fun because I think it'll actually be really stressful, and you're like really trying to. I think the wackier that the hockey stick controls are, I think the more fun it'll be. So in those high stress moments, I think it'll be like, hit it, and watching your teammates like fail to do it in the one moment you have to do it, I think is actually going to be the fun part. For me, maybe I'm just being a little shisty, but okay, let's get into it. I think the first thing we want to do is like practice with making just like kind of a block out hockey puck and kind of see how that feels. And it's going to look real bad, but I'm just going to do it with a cube, and I'm a big hockey puck. Or hockey stick, sorry. Big one. Put it off to the right a little bit. I don't know. The Canadians can answer this one better, but I think it's held on the right side. It probably depends. All right, so we got this, and then this. Oh, because we're in the blueprint editor. Man, I wish I could play the music that I'm listening to. I've got a really nice playlist of 1950s kind of loungy songs that I listen to when I work on this game, and I just don't want to demonetize. Not that there's any money to be made, but it is a really nice vibe for working on this stuff. All right, we got a big old hockey stick here, and I think it's important that we make sure that collision is, remember from last time we weren't able to collide with the simulated puck because we didn't have physics body block enabled, but it is now. So this is just stuck to the capsule component, like the root of the character. So wherever I move, it should move. Oh, yes. Yeah. That's great. I love it. I kind of want this to work, and like I kind of want the character not to collide, but I think it'll be awkward. We talked about it being maybe awkward if like the character it was just the stick, but also definitely there has to be it can't just be the direction you're facing. There has to be some left and right controls on your mouse or keys or controller, the other joystick that lets you like move your hockey stick around. It's gonna be hard to make it intuitive, but honestly, I love this. I think this will be fun. If we get the network replication to behave, I think this will be really fun. And I can't get it. And a lot of accidental shots. We're gonna need goalies. Okay, we're actually gonna need a way to stop people from just camping the goals. Maybe that's why maybe that's where the spinning goals come in. You have to like constantly be moving towards them or something. But or the goals are bigger. Maybe the goals need to be bigger. Oh, they'll just accidentally fall in, though. I guess we got to think about that. You know what? Let's just worry about that later. We can manage that stuff later. All right. I think that looks great. I'm going to release what I got here. I've got the zero base checked out. I'm going to, just in case our developer needs to grab it, I'm going to check that back in. Hockey stick. Mock-up hockey stick. Sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. It's summer in Portland and it's hot. It's very warm. Okay. All right. It's Blender time. Okay, Blender open. I think we had a hockey block out. Did we scale? I think we scaled this in Unreal Engine a little bit. I think so. 1.3. We scaled everything by 1.3, and that seems like a good scale. So I'm going to take our block out here, scale it by S 1.3, and now we've got our new general kind of our scale here. I think we can keep the rink floor. I think that we can keep. Let's look at... I kind of want to look at what an air hockey table looks like. It's got like the plastic corners is maybe like a identifiable. Yeah, I feel like that is a really identifiable thing for air hockey. So like a kids air hockey table. That's a bit too wild. That is a bit too wild. Okay. The little readout in the end is nice. Maybe we can make like a flip card thing, so make it like kind of era accurate. And then the goals. Oh, that's fun. Oh, yeah. The little slider thing for what your points are. That can be... We can do that. Maybe. I'll think about that. We just got to think about the actual... Okay. Wood? I don't know. Yeah. We have some pretty good pre-made Rowdy wood materials, so that wouldn't be bad. Kind of like plastic wood. But definitely these plastic corners, like that's a big... That's like very air hockey table. They all kind of have that plastic... Well, this is a bit wild. Yeah, I think those plastic corners. Now, I'm just going to do it for the heck of it. 1950s air hockey table. Bing, bang, bang. Whoa, crazy. I don't think they had a... Oh, yeah. Oh, there's definitely wood. I'm into that. Whoa. Wow. Very wood. Okay. Air hockey tech has come so far. That's fun. Okay. All right. So wood walls for sure. Thicker than this, I think. Oh, I'm just going to make a new collection. Call this Final. And I'm going to grab you. Move you into the rink floor. Start pre-optimizing, get rid of the bottom side because we don't need that. Take up UV space and it's just extra quads we don't need. Also make it look like the puck and kids are floating over a puffy layer of air. Tricky to show the airflow somehow. I think somehow like yeah, how do you visualize that? Because it's like going to be tiny little dots or like bigger dots. How would you visualize the airflow coming through? It's a good question. I think at least with audio, there'll be like the air hockey sound. Well, that will for sure do that. But little cartoon puffs of air would be cute too. Oh, I think for the goals, hockey goal? Is that what it is? How are we going to do this? It should look kind of like this. We can make a rowdy mesh material for that. I think would be fun. Yeah, kind of like, all right. Let me think. Yeah. I like it. I'm into it. Let's see. Which is one I'm going to look at and be like, yeah, that's you. You're the one. Which one's the one? Okay, I think that's good. Let me see. Alright, how do we want to do... I should save that image. And it bows out like that, which I don't think we're going to do. Let's see, desktop. Alright, save that to my desktop, and I can just drop that in, because Blender's amazing. RZ90, RY90. Now we have this here. I'm just going to use that as a reference, and then we can do this non-destructively at first. Get this to the floor. How deep? Get this to the front. Let's do this non-destructively first. Let's see. I'd like to do even numbers, 1.5, and then we are a Y of 2. Yeah. And then I don't know if I want it to bow out like that. I don't think we need that. I'm just gonna keep the edges. Get that, drop that back to 2, and then we're kind of rounded at the top. I see. I'll make 2 versions, and I'll decide which one I like after that. This will be version 1. I'll delete only faces, and then let's just quickly preview this with skin. Go to edit mode, hit A to select all the vertices, and then shrink that down. We have kind of like a rough frame here. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Get rid of that edge. Nice. Well, hey now, come on. Yeah, sometimes it wants to spin around. It's really annoying. I'll have to redo this more, just kind of better. I guess that's what I'm doing now, so might as well just redo it now in the right way. Okay. Sometimes with modeling something from scratch, I need to just kind of not think about it too much and just start doing it and discover the right way to do it. I'm going to add some bevels here. Oh yeah, not too much. Problem is, I should do this with curves because it will make a lot less subdivisions. So, okay, my bad. We're gonna do this with curves. It optimizes the subdivisions just way better. So, do a rectangle curve. What are you doing now? Excuse me? There we go. Why is this like this? Alright, we're gonna start over with the fresh curve. Just do it ourselves. Center this guy out. Scale 0. Alright, let's bring this out to y of 1. EZ. Bring this up to z of 1. EY. Y of negative 1. Let's extrude that down again to the floor. It's kind of wide. That's a little wide. I think Z on the zenith here needs to be like 1.5? 1.5. Yeah. So now we have like a 1.5 times width. Yeah. Or 1.5 width to... Yeah, 1.5 width, I think. Whatever. 25% wider, taller. Okay. And then... How do we want to do this? Oh my god, that's annoying. Let's put snapping on. GZ. Let's make this spine type. Nope, spine type Bezier. Automatic. Automatic, there we go. Scale it nothing on Y. Alright, let's grab this handle. Put it up to here. This handle. Let's do halfway. And actually, I'm going to delete that vertex and only do half so I don't have to do this twice, and I'll just mirror it. That could be a bit bigger because it's going to be cartoony, I think. So let's put this back a bit more evenly. Still going there. I like that. I'm into that. Okay. And then we can go into... hello? Where's our curve options here? Here we go. Yep. Geometry. Round. Depth. Yeah, see, it does kind of smarter subdivisions. More dense around the corner there. And then less along the edge. And I can actually get down like 10, and then it'll just do even less. Because we don't need to have that much. Our style is pretty stylized, so. Okay. Looks good to me. I'm going to duplicate that so I don't destroy the original and convert this to a mesh. And let's mirror you. Nice. And let's, we're going to add our own subdivisions later. I'm gonna loop select these. You know, what I should do is just box select these in this mode. And then dissolve vertices. Oh, vertices. Oh, come on now. Dissolve vertices. Oh, wait, hold on, hold on. No. Yeah, it doesn't like when I do that. Alright, never mind. There, I'll drag the edges this way. Because I have to select the edges so I can dissolve the edges, not the vertices. Dissolve vertices. Oh. Oh, no, sorry. Dissolve edges. Oh, I'm so sorry. See, I just have to fail a little bit till I get it. Alright, dissolve edges. Alright, now we're cleaner. We'll clean that up later once we're done with everything. Okay. It's nice and fat. I like that. And cartoony and fat. We'll make it like, give it a rowdy kind of warpy style when we're done with the literal shape, and then we'll kind of turn it into Rowdy Rascals style after that. So let's grab our Bezier curve, and we'll duplicate this, and make the back of it. This one, it's got way more rounded in the back, which I'm into. So let's bring this closer, grab all these vertices, bring it to around there. I think that's good. The puck's pretty big, though. The puck is pretty big. We got to think about that. Well, let's see how big this is in comparison to the rink. Yeah, that's probably good size. The puck won't... It'll be awkward. The puck won't, like, fit all the way back there, so... I think we do have to give it a little bit more space. I guess back to where it was is fine. And then we want this corner here to be bigger. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back. Yeah, we're good. Let's bring this to like here. Yeah, okay. More rounded in back looks good to me. And then we're gonna do the top is like the same thing. So we're gonna bring, oh boy, oh my. Bring that to like here. Where's the top connects kind of like, let's turn off X. Top connects like there. Okay, it's gonna be fun connecting all this stuff with cloth. I think it'll look cool though. I think it will actually be kind of cool. And maybe we'll get into some nice tech art making like kind of a reactive material for that stuff. Like there. I mean, no one's gonna care how perfect it is, but except for me, so I think that's good. Let's take this. Yeah, it doesn't like how short I'm trying to make it. Honestly, though, I can just get rid of this vertice. Do it. I did it. There we go. Oh, and I just had the thought, this would actually be way more fitting if it looked really, like, kid handmade. We're going to make that version as well. I like wasting my own time. So we're going to make kind of like a wooden handmade version. I'm going to show some precedent for that. Just kind of like how we do things. I'll go in the, here, let's see, the clubhouse. Kind of thrown together like this. Kind of like slapped together with wood kind of feeling. I wonder if there's stuff in the theater that has that. Yeah, you can kind of see like we have a lot of like kid-made tech where the scoreboard's like pieced together. Even our this level has a cardboard cinema camera, TV camera. So Yeah, you see, we got a look that's like very. So that might be cool for the net, honestly, and we'll have like a tattered, or for the frame and the net. But I'm gonna do this version first, and then I'll do the other one, and then I'll let my partners decide. Probably the kid-made version is gonna be better, but okay. Anyways, which idea? Retain construction paper. I bet there's a delay. All right. You need to... I can line it up really easy like this. There we go. And maybe actually I make this width a little bit less. 0.03. Yeah, that's what we should do. I had someone suggest like a repurposed object, like fishing net or butterfly net for the goal. Yeah, that would be the most Rowdy Rascal thing we should do, which is like use repurposed stuff that kids find lying around and use that. That would be the ideal thing. This one's going to be 0.035. I'm going to make it a little bit thinner so that I can have them intersect. But I'm still going to finish this one because I started it, and it's good to have the option. And it's amazing to waste my time. Okay. I like the red metal, though, which is really fun. And we can do blue metal for the other goal. So I'm going to, for this version, I'll keep that. And for the wood version, I will... the wood version I'll be able to kick out really fast. I've done it so much for this project, so... let's see. Should I connect these or just turn these to meshes? Alright, so... I'm trying to think how to make this connection look good. I don't think I need to worry about it. I think what I need to do is hide these curves and then turn these into convert to mesh. We can join them. Why not? Let's join it with this guy too. Get the mirroring going. Oh! Look at that. And then we need one bar down the side there, which I am going to do really sloppily with a cylinder. Give it 6 subdivision, or let's do 8. Why not? Unreal Engine 5. We can do 8 subdivisions here. Just shade smooth. Oh, I really don't understand why they did this, but whatever. Their new shade smoothing. Mark sharp. Okay. If I was smart, I would have done this. I'm gonna do it, because I'm smart later. And then I can just line that up there. Local Z scale. Oh! There we go. Ain't it beautiful? Alright, we have an option. This is an option. We got a option. Okay, now I'm gonna make the other version. Goal. Metal. Okay, we've got that. And I can just keep this up, kind of, and then make the wooden version. The wooden version's gonna look better. I already know it. It's just gonna be better. Okay. Oh, and the hockey rink, like the walls could have like pieces of corrugated metal, like where there's gaps in the wood. I think it'll look cool. Look real like backyard, like kids made the rink. I think that'll look awesome. Okay. Ding, ding. Goal, wood. Alright, this is part of the process. This is what it's like. Alright, so first we're going to make this really easy, because we're just going to... Here, I can mirror this guy. mirror. We didn't even rowdify, like, this goal. The metal one. We just made it very literal. So it's not even like how it will look, but I'm already moving on to this version. We'll make it more uneven in a second. I'm going to duplicate that and get rid of the mirroring. Put this in the center. We're going to be really lazy with this, because that's the style. Alright, we're going to make this look good. Okay. Then this, I'm going to duplicate within the mirroring. So I'm going to do that eventually anyways. It's going to be a little bit smaller than the front piece. Should be noticeably smaller. Come down to here. Maybe this goes up all the way to the top, we'll say. And go up there. I don't know. Let me look at that. Sure, there. Why not? Okay. Then another guy here. Let's make it a little bit thinner to match these pieces. And it extrudes out a little bit more. I'm into that. Give it a little bit more fat right there. Maybe all these pieces should be a lot thinner than that front one, just to really make them stand out. I think so. Just so those front ones really stand out as the goals. This goes right on the floor, butt up against it. This will go back here. Get another one of these. Oops. G, Shift, Y, so we move only on that two-dimensional axis. GX, put this back here. Alright, this will look cool in a minute. It's not there yet. I get it, but just give it a second. Alright, and then there we go. Okay. Put this on the floor. Reset its transforms. Drop this. Oh, what are you doing down here? Let's get that up. Alright, I think it's time to hide you. Actually, we can just disable that collection for now. Let's make sure you're in there. And in there. Yeah. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Now we rowdify it. Make it rowdy. Convert that to a mesh. Yeah, it still remembers the last command. At least they kept that. All right. First thing is let's give it some skewing, kind of like what they do in Fortnite, by making things taper out at the top or bottom, and then thinner in the center. And we can be here. And sometimes what I like to do is grab the sharp scaling, sharp fall off. So if I scale on this axis, oh, I see. Here, let me separate. I want to grab all these and separate by loose parts. Yeah. So now I can grab one thing at a time, scale that, and have the fall off go to around the center, and then do the same. Sometimes it looks good to just have it go bigger in one axis, like on one end, as opposed to like fatter on both ends. Let me see. It's kind of fun to get fatter near the top for this guy. All right. Give it some subdivision so you can really see that taper over time. Maybe for this one, I'll do the both directions. Give this one a little bit more fidelity. And then on this axis, we'll make it get kind of fat, and then we'll have it rest kind of up, and then out, kind of overhang. Oh, this is going to look good. And then kind of out and overhang. It's kind of Japanese, you know, looking like a torii gate. That's fun. All right. Okay. Now we just got to do that for the rest of these. And I didn't continue the mirror because I want them to all be a little bit different. I know it feels like I'm wasting time a little bit, but that's what game dev is. Shift X. Let's put this a little flat. Yeah, we got that little skew going on. I want to show you the super magic trick after all of this to give it that cartoony feel. You know, I can grab both of these at once. I'll do the same thing with this guy, but I think we want him to stretch out. Here, let's give it one more subdivision right there. Scale out a bit more on the Y. Oh, what? Scale out on the Y a bit. And then have it flat on the ground. That looks pretty good. Let's say that looks pretty good. And we can have it like this one be a little bit more uneven. Shave those smooth by angle. Okay, I'll be lazy with these. Watch me be lazy. I'm gonna grab each of these individually, and then do individual origins, Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Easy. And then this guy. Wow, we really went crazy with this one. It's a little much, maybe. I think that's a little much. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes you gotta do one side more than the other is what looks good. And we'll do a bit of that. Like this side can have less than the other side. Looks good to be a little uneven. Alright, the last piece is this guy. We're just kind of blocking this stuff in. We'll get into the final details stuff in a second. Actually, you know what? Maybe this part gets actually thinner. Just wobble it a bit. Okay. Now the final touch. Okay, this stuff is going to bother me. What we could do to... So let's join all these together. So now it's one mesh. Watch this. I want to do smooth. And I'm just going to make a really big fall off and kind of just warp things a lot over here and over here. Actually, yeah, I should do the sharp fall off. Looks better. I'm going to do that. Kind of give it a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Not as high, or maybe a little bit higher, and that's... Oh, yeah, look at that. A little bit higher on that side. That looks good. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what this needs? I'm getting excited about this stuff. Alright. A little bit more subdivision here. And then let's do smooth fall off. Come on, what's going on? Oh, medium point. Let's bring those, pinch those in a bit. That looks good. A little bit less than that. Pinch that in a bit. Let's get a little bit of that bend. And this guy needs to bend in for sure. Bend in a little bit like that. Honestly, this stuff is very fun for me. It's still fun. Making it look warpy and unique. Especially when you figured out your process of doing it, it's very fun to implement. I think I need to grab this guy and just so I don't have a headache just looking at it. Okay, that's pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, that's Rowdy Rascals right there. That's just way better. It's better. I like to make backups like that, just so I have something to go back to, because I'm going to start destructing it a little bit more. Let's see, sharp. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we might need to do some manual cleanup, like without fall off. It's clear that this is like a weird, it needs to be a bit more evened out, kind of a bit more of a parabolic thing going on here. It looks like these go up a little bit. It's got a bit more of a organic curve there. This guy can go up a little bit. So we have a bit more, yeah. This guy needs to be really thin in the middle, I think. And let's taper it with these. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. And then let's add some like wood chippy things here. So one way to do that is Control-Shift-B. Add some kind of like wood chip stuff like that. Sometimes you can grab a whole edge. Oops. Grab a whole edge here. And do that. See, look at that. Looking good. I think this one was too much. Just a little bit. And then Shift V and drag that along the... no, that's not right. And then... see, what I like to do is kind of break it like that. Yeah, I really don't understand their new... Alright, so if I just smooth by angle again, yeah, I really don't get it. Alright, so we made like a nice chip here. And let's hit Shift V to drag it along an edge. And kind of like extend that damage that way. Looks pretty cool. Let's just do another smaller chip on the bottom side in the middle. Control-Shift-B. So annoying. But I have to do this every time. I've got it. There's got to be. It was so simple before, so I don't really get what they were doing here. All right, let's just like bevel that whole thing, and then bring that up. Bring that at last. Got a nice like long chip there. Yeah, that's what we need. Maybe one here. Look at that. That's great. Starting to like, we haven't even like, thank you. We haven't even like started texturing it, and it's starting to look good. Connect these so that it makes triangles, and that's starting to look awesome. We can add some kind of some of the more visible areas here. That won't be as visible, but all right. Merge at last. Such a simple trick, but it does so much for helping the sell this look. Merge that there. It's better to keep these as tries because you can, if you keep them as triangles, you can kind of stretch them wherever you want, and it won't make like non-Euclidean faces. They'll all still remain planar faces. It's really helpful to keep them as triangles so you can do that. See how this is a quad right here? Like, no matter what I do with this triangle, if I move it along the edge, it's still planar. But with this quad right here, if I move this out like that, you see how this face becomes like a it just kind of, it needs another edge to work, but the triangle is fine, so. That is so much. We don't need all that. Another thing to do is I can delete that face. I can delete some of these faces that definitely won't have any sunlight on them. They will never see the light of day. I think this one and this one too. That one gets seen, but this one does not. So just do a little cleanup like that. This guy and this guy. Get rid of that guy for sure. That guy for sure. Same with this pole back here. It's not a huge deal, but it's a good practice. Okay, it's starting to look pretty cool. I love the arching out shape. I feel like I should even accent that even more, which I shouldn't do after I start doing the edits I'm doing right now, but I'm gonna. Here, no, actually, see. Watch. The difference between this smooth, I'll show you, like, this smooth thing, it does, like, that smooth curve, which does not look great. But if I do this taper, I think it looks just way better. You see that taper? It just looks, like, way better. But I'm going to do it just a tiny bit. I just needed a tiny bit more. Oops, and grab the edge. Oh yeah. Let's see, let's do that. Let's see how that works. No, we're gonna do one of those. Some real big details are good. Kind of want something to look kind of chipped from every angle, because this thing might be rotating around. Sorry, I'm just trying to get... Will this look good if I do one of the... No. No, that doesn't look good. I'm not doing that. Just stick to what I know. These are the best. Those little corners. Those help the most. Oops. Okay. I mean, I think we have a good amount of detail. Kind of rough detail. It needs, this thing definitely needs something. We'll do one here. Shift V for all those things. And then one of these, just a little chip. And then maybe one more chip over here. Yeah. Okay, I do not know how to do the net yet. I'll think about that. Well, if I think about it, I mean, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make an attempt at it. I think with the cloth sim will look cool. But this looks awesome, honestly. I love how this looks. I think this is it. This is our Rowdy goal. I mean, let's look at the other one. Boo. Hold on. We gotta hide the Bezier curves here because we're only doing the meshes. We have this and this. I mean, you tell me, right? I think it's obvious which one we're going with. The Rowdy Rascals one. Okay. Should I do a quick UV on this? I like to... So, let's see. Let's do a quick smart UV project. Okay, I like smart UV project with Blender because it tends to do a really good job of orienting all these long pieces the same way, which is awesome because when I go into Substance and I apply a wood material based on UVs, it's going to have the wood grain all facing the same direction. So I use UV Packmaster, which is a purchase plugin. It's very much worth the money because it's super fast. And you can use your CUDA cores, your NVIDIA GPUs to do packing even faster. And I turn off rotation enable and then pack it so it keeps that orientation. Of course, it's already pretty solid in there, but we're going to get like a net texture and stuff in there, which we'll make in Substance maybe tonight, maybe not. I think texturing is going to be next time because that's going to be a long stream. Yeah. Okay. I want to figure this out. Okay, no. Actually, this won't be hard, I think. Alright, let me just think this out. I'm going to take a plane, merge all the vertices down to a single vertex, sorry. And let's put that vertex right here. I'm going to extrude till we're here. I'm just going to do a few so it fits the shape. And then to here. Okay. Well, I should subdivide, just keep it even. Subdivide. So we have one there. And then grab all the edges, extrude up, shrink that on X, bring that around here, and I'll just grab, and you go there, you're good there, you're good there, you good there, and you're good there. And kind of, yeah, that's like all the coverage that we need. And it doesn't matter that it's not great. It doesn't look great yet. I don't care about that. It's going to be cloth, so it doesn't even, like, the edges don't even need to really be actual, you know, non-Euclidean or anything. They can be, or non-manifold is, I think, the term. Non-Euclidean is like a wilder math thing. Sorry, non-manifold is what I meant to say. Not a maths guy. So, okay. And let me see if I beveled this edge a little bit, just so it's, let's see, bevel that a little bit like that. I think that might mess it up here. Let me get these subdivisions a little bit better. Subdivide again. All right. I want to solo this. Select all those vertices, and let's make a vertex group called pin. Let's go to physics, make this cloth. Do I have a preset here? No. That's in a different computer, damn it. Alright, but we do have pinning somewhere. Yeah, pin group. Pin. I mean, let's just see. Nope. Why did that not work? Let's go to shape. Pin group. Yeah. Oh. Did I not assign? Assign. Let's see. Select. Alright, now they're assigned. Maybe that's it? Yeah, that was it. Nice. Cool. I mean, this is like almost no different from what it was, which kind of sucks. Let's see what we can do about that. Probably more subdivisions, maybe. Let's go to physics. Silk? Oh, God. Cotton, denim, cotton, leather, rubber, cotton. There's like a shrinking or something. -1. Yeah, that's not what we want. -0.1. Just a little bit of internal sag. Let me dissolve edges. Nah, we want that. Let's see what happens if I add a subdivision before. Let's make it stretch a lot more. And how do we do that? Physics, man. Why? Let's see. Air viscosity, nothing. We don't want to stop at all. Tension, 0. Sometimes you just gotta mess it up. Oh! That's not bad. Shear, 0, just to see what happens. Shear, 100. Makes it more stiff. I really can't tell the difference. Bending, 0. Bending, 100. Just need normal value. Tension, 0. What is going on? Reset the default value. There we go. It's really like not remarkable, this result. Wonder what I did wrong. It needs to be able to stretch and slack a lot more. I wonder how we do that. Compression. Yeah. It's slack. We're slacking. Wonder if the rest I just do manually with like pinning and stuff. It's kind of cool that it's like hanging there. But I think what we want to do... Does it even matter if I have this subdivision on? I think what I should do is subdivide manually here. And then for pinning, let's go to the pin groups. Assign all of those. So those stay there too. And how do I get it? Okay, maybe gravity? If I add more gravity into the physics. That's actually kind of nice that it does that. But that isn't nice. I'm going to have to add that to the pin group too. You're going to get added. That's actually kind of nice. Let's subdivide it again. That's too much. And let's add a subdivision afterwards. Subdivision surface afterwards. It's looking a little bit better. Alright, let's get the gravity pumped a little bit more. It's gonna look real bad. Oh. Honestly, I'm okay with it. cloth ridge. This duplicator. Give it another sim. And then let's say apply. Oh, nope. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. Okay. Apply. Apply. Shade smooth. Okay. Now we've got a cloth there. Nice. Let's see if I just duplicate that. SY -1. We've got 2 cloths here. And I can do some manual variation on that. And let's make sure the normals are... What the... There we go. Okay. And we can just kind of... I mean, it's okay if it's kind of mirrored, right? All right. Well, we can try... There's not enough subdivisions for it to really look good, but we can try the cloth brush. Let's get a bigger radius on it. You know, it kind of helps give it a little bit of... It's so good. But it's crazy. Alright, let's make this... That's kind of funny, huh? That's too much detail, maybe. I think I'm just going to leave it mirrored. Leave it mirrored, why not? Then get these guys up a little bit. Just a little bit of a fall off. Yep. Okay. That looks pretty good. Oh, then we gotta do the top, right? Yeah. Let's save this physics preset as our Rowdy net cloth. There we go. And then let's make a new plane. Oh, I should have this off by now. Why? Let's get that centered in there. We can angle this a little bit because it's kind of sloped like that, right? Yeah. Actually, what we can do is get that right there. Get that right there. Get you down there. Yeah. Let's get some even subdivisions in here. Subdivide. Do it again. Nah. Because what are the other ones like? Yeah. It's comparable. Alright. Let's select all the outside edges here. Then go to vertex. Then add a pin group. Pin. Assign them. And then should just work. Go to physics. Cloth. Rowdy net cloth. Is the gravity the same? No. Gravity 5. Boink. Oh! Shape. There we go. Shade smooth. Not bad. More gravity. More! You know what it needs? What it really needs is that, so that it hangs tighter from the pin. That did very little. Oh, I like that. That's what I should have done for the other one. Tension 0.5. Tension 1. Okay. This is the cloth top original. Goal wood build, because it's not actually the one we're making. Convert you to mesh. Let's get all these cloths merged together. Shade smooth. This is going to be really fun to texture, I think. That looks great. I don't know what else I want to do with it right now, to be honest. Maybe do a quick UV, but honestly, like, the UV section is better to do tomorrow. Maybe like an unsubdivide. Just optimize this a bit, because it's a bit dense. Let's do decimate, unsubdivide. Let's see what just 2 look like. Yeah, that top one's even fine. I think even that. I'm just gonna keep it. Let's make a new collection here with the goal. This stuff duplicate. Let's put this into move it into a new collection. Goal wood build. Wow, we didn't even do the arena or anything. We just did the goal. Oh, that's what it's like. No, this is not build. This is output. It's gonna be the final. Cloth top. Goal wood. I'm gonna leave the decimate on as a modifier for now, just in case I change my mind later. And we can do a quick UV. Let's just see how the UVs turn out if we do unwrap. Yeah, I thought so. For these guys. Really should do this tomorrow, and I'm going to, but I'm going to do it right now too, just because I don't like leaving things not thought out. Or, not thought out, but I want to make sure that what I think I'm going to do is going to work. So I just need to do that so that I can relax. Yeah, perfect. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'll tell you what I did. Do follow active quad, which kind of repeats the pattern of the quad you had and extends that like programmatically, like to the rest of the quads in the island. So if you make it a square quad, it'll proportionally like reflect that those proportions to the rest of the island. So it's a lot easier if you kind of align one quad that's mostly on the grid. So now I have this top edge. I'm gonna make it flat by doing SY0. Do the same with the bottom, SY0. The size SX0. I can just hit Shift R here to repeat that command. Select this quad first. Control L to select the rest of the quads and connected. Follow active quads. Oh, see, that'll look really good because when I lay the texture on, why are those so different? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It kind of doesn't matter. I'll make them the same later, but when I put the material for the alpha of the net on here, if it's flat like this, then it will naturally warp around the geo based on like the geo's warping. But if I left it, it's hard to explain, but if I left it, I'm going to explain this tomorrow or the next time I stream actually. And what I'm going to do is actually undo that stuff so I can do that all in one chunk. Yeah, so I can do it all in one chunk. But it'll make sense. I'll use a checkerboard pattern to explain it, but honestly, I've really enjoyed working on these streams because it is, even if no one's currently on the stream right now, it's helpful for me to just talk things out, and it's more exciting to work on. The time actually goes by faster. And I love ending a stream and loving what we did today. And I love this. I think it looks really cool. I think it'll look really cool in our hockey rink, which I'm going to bring out here. This is going to look really our style. Especially when I get the rest of the rink looking kind of like that. And I think this will scale well. Haha, literally though. Okay. Tomorrow. You know, just for the sake of making it understandable content, I'm probably going to do the whole process on actually I got to think about that. Should I go the whole process of taking just this goalie net from concept to model to textured in game and just have like one piece of it, the whole track, or should I do the rest of it together and texture it all together? Basically, next time, am I going into Substance and painting this, or am I modeling the rest of the stuff and then painting it all together? No, because that would be bad. What I should do is take what I have now and bring it into Engine and see how it feels without doing... I'm kind of thinking like this is like a tutorial stream, but really I need to be thinking about my process and making sure that I'm not doing too much work in something that we don't know if we're going to use it or not yet. So it's not good to kind of do a complete process when you're figuring out level design. Like once level design's locked and the look is locked, I think that's the right time to do final model, final texturing and all of that. But even what I have now is, I think, too much, and I kind of got carried away just because I wanted to show where my head was at with this and kind of show some techniques, how we make it look like the Rowdy style. But really, I should be making a simpler version of this and just something a little bit more than what we had last time. These crappy blockouts here. Something a little bit more than this to kind of show the style without having to go the full distance. But we kind of went all the way with the net, but I'm not upset because I think we landed. I would be sad if we didn't come to this conclusion at a later date. So I'm glad that we came to this conclusion and kind of this look now. I think it looks cool. Last thing I'm going to do is put some quick materials on here and take a screenshot so I can post it to our server. Let's make this kind of gray color. And you will be wood. We're going to say you're like red team, so saturation low. Wow, I've got a really warm HDRI in here. Whatever. There we go. Kind of face the lighting a bit better. There we go. That's the tweet. Let's undo all this stuff I did. That's it. Thank you so much. Be back on this weekend, I think.